Hello there, welcome back to the show. Today I'm going to talk about Elsa. Now you probably know it's a slightly different background. Like, there's no background, there's just black. So you know, that's for this video, which is appropriate to this video. It'll also be in the next one as well, because it seems appropriate for that one too, but after that we'll go back to the normal change of background after that, but these two I'm going to do a bit different. Elsa is a movie, it was made in the 80s, Spanish film. It's one of the most beautiful films ever made, and the reason I'm talking about it is I saw a Diseki Beppu film, or a video about the Criterion Collection. I had Elsa already, I had it for a while, but I haven't watched it. And I was like, well, watching them talk about it made me think, I really should watch that. I mean, I've had it for a long time, why haven't I watched it? So I decided, yep, I'll watch it. It's time. You put it off for forever, trying to put it on. Of course, it's only 90 minutes long. I don't know why I put it off. It's just, I don't think I was in the mood for it, and I was just waiting for that inspiration to watch. I have a lot of films like that where I've got them, I know I'm going to watch them, but I'm not quite ready to watch them yet. So, it took a while for me to get that urge to go and do it. But eventually, you know, I got there. I watched the film. So, Diseki, again I butchered your name, but this video is for you, and whoever else wants to see it, but you kind of prodded me to watch the film. And the good reason why I was prodded is it's one of the best films ever made. You know, it's beautiful, it's stunning, and it's a very core, basic emotion, which is parent and child. That's what it's about. So it's about it's a father and daughter essentially. There's a mother too, but she's in the background of the story. It's like she's important, but she's not the main emotional story. It's about a father who's distant, who is mysterious. You don't really get everything about him. He's a person who isn't lived a fulfilled life, who seems to regret a lot of what has happened in his past, and he's not quite. He just can't really function. He can function to a degree, like he's a professional, he can take care of his family, he's rich, but he's one of those people who you see in everyday life who in theory they should be happy, but they're not happy. There's something wrong, there's something that just eats at them. They can't quite enjoy their lives, they can't quite enjoy their families, no matter what they get, whether it be money, family. It's never good enough. There's an anger to them that probably not one reason for the anger, there's probably a lot of reasons. And you see the daughter, who initially looks up to the father, discovering more and more about him and more about his problems. But even then she still can't figure out what's up with the father. Now, it was directed by Victor Erice, who had done a few other really terrific films in the 70s. And this film ran out of funding halfway through, so it's called The South, but you never get to the South. At the end of the movie, they're going to the South, but you never get to the South. So the South becomes almost a metaphor for something unknown. In the original film, it was not going to be unknown, it was going to be, you're going to find out what it's about. But you never find out what the South is. People come from the South, the father's from the South. His mother and his aunt from the South, they come and visit at some point during the time when the daughter has her communion. So there's representatives of the South, but you never see the South. You hear stories of the South, hear from the father's viewpoint, then you hear from the other family members' viewpoint who come from the South, and everything contradicts, so there's nothing that you can't just see, oh, this is what the South is. It's like any other place that's complicated. And the film is good at complication. The film, like, what the film does really well is, you're seeing it from a child's point of view, but it's a child who's grown older as the film goes on. So for the first hour of the film, the child's like, it's like 8, 9, she's young, and then there's a time jump and you see her as an older actress playing her when she's about 15. So there is a jump, and between that time she grows up a lot. The first hour she's still in awe of her father. Her father can do no wrong. Her father's this mysterious figure who's the only light of his life is his daughter. That's one thing he lights up for his daughter. he may be grumpy, maybe all this stuff, or he may be mysterious. He's at moments of everything. He's at moments where he's very human. There's other moments where he's very aloof, where he goes and hides in his room. It's a science room where he, you know, he's doing his research, but his research doesn't really lead to anything. It's just a room where he can escape from his family. That's all it really is. And, you know, she sees him with all these things, and then she, as the film goes on, she sees the darker sides of him, which is like, you know, his aloofness isn't just romantic, it's dysfunctional. His distance from her mother isn't just they've gotten too used to each other, he was in love with someone else who he abandoned to remain with his family, and he's still torn up about it. And he'd really rather live that life than this life, but he felt the duty to live this life. And there's all these stories that are going on, and you see the daughter slowly trying to come to terms with the idea of being a grown-up is not, you know, easy. It's not a simple process of you get responsibilities and everything's still the same as when you were a child. No, it's very much more greyer. Everything is more complicated. Like, you hear why he left the south from the mother who was relying on what he told her, which was that he didn't go on with his father. Then when the mother comes and the aunt comes, you find out it's more complicated. They're both wrong and right and wrong in different ways, the way human beings are. And it's stories about this girl come to terms with that and coming to terms with her father, and how you can only come to terms with someone to a degree. The guy's still a dysfunctional person who drinks too much, who's in his own head too much, who can't quite join society. He's just distant. And it's her coming to terms with that problem. That's the main problem of her life. It's the problem she has to work through as she grows up to become a mature person. So you've seen her finding out that life is complicated. It's not just adulthood, is much more beyond what she understands. In most movies, one of the things I hate about American movies, the worst for this, is the children feel like the young adults. They always feel like they know too much. They always say things that are way too knowing for a child. It's something that miss the gap that if you know children, like I'm an uncle, so I deal with children a lot. They get certain things and they miss a lot of other things, and it's the slow catch up, and then you catch up with someone else over here, and you catch up with someone else over there. It's a slow process, and they miss a lot. And some pick up on things quicker than others, but it's a process that it's going to go through years and years. And even when they get to being a teenager, still there's a lot they don't know. They know that things are more complicated than they actually thought as a child, but they have no experience that they can rely on to base, you know, their decisions on. And at that point, they see adults as flawed rather than as figures who know everything. So this film is really terrific. It's showing both the childhood figure who looks up to their father and who sees him as something wonderful, the child slowly become disillusioned, and then the disillusioned teenager who doesn't hate her father, she's just disappointed in him. She's just trying to find her way of dealing with him. She's trying to work out who he is, how does she deal with him, how does she deal with this past. Her parents had a very, you know, dysfunctional marriage, and neither of them are happy, and so how does she deal with that? And as the film's about, it's about life, it's about what happened in life rather than what plot things are needed. There's no real plot in this, it's just about the life of this family as it progresses. And, you know, it's a wonderful film, but the thing is, I'm trying not to give any instance away, any real detail about what happens A to B to C of the moments. It's all about the moments, it's not about anything. It's like taking what's a fundamental story for the last 2,000, 3,000 years and portraying it in the moments that make it identifiable. That's what the film does so wonderfully. What it also does is have great atmosphere. I mean, there's oranges, there's orange skies, there's beautiful browns, there's beautiful greens. It's shot so beautifully. I mean, every shot is stunning. I mean, it really, they put care into the film, but they're also careful not to make it just a picture piece. It's not a picture piece, it's like, this is almost like the memory of the child, of what how you remember your childhood. Because if you think back with your childhood, you imagine areas like local shops, local houses, your old school, in a way that's probably romanticised. Then you see when you're more grown up, it's more normal, everyday and pretty banal. So you see the film in the first section is much, it's not obviously romantic, it's just how it feels, because everything's coming through the emotion of the character. And when the character's a bit older, the images are still beautiful, but they're more muted. It's a more mature sensibility of looking at the world. But it's still beautiful, we're still seeing the world as beautiful. It's just the humans in it are more tragic than you originally saw, because you're from the point of view of this girl. So the film wonderfully creates that mood, so you're always in the sensibility of the child who's growing up. But it's also made by a director who's showing you the world, the full world. But it's tinged, but not in a way that affects the camera. It's just that what the camera's looking at shows you the world. And each time you go, there's a change in the character's perspective. The camera changes very subtly. It's still got the same general background, but it's quietly subtly changed. And that gives this emotional heft to it beyond the acting. And the acting's terrific, the acting's wonderful. I mean, it's an amazing child performance by the little girl who plays the younger daughter. The older girl's terrific as well. The father and wife are brilliant. All the small parts are brilliant. It's just beautifully acted. And it's beautifully written because it knows it's in details at work. And it's the subtle details of how someone sits, how someone looks, how someone smokes a cigarette. And it's exactly how they do that, that's what tells you about the character. And it's what you leave in and what you leave out. And the whole film is, there's a tinge of darkness to it. Like, even as a child, it's almost like the girl knows it's not going to end well. I mean, there's a hint of where it's going to go from the first moment, but it doesn't tell you everything till the end. So there's always that lingering darkness to it. The way I think a lot of people's lives, even as the children, you know there's darkness but you can't quite contemplate, you can't quite work it out, but you know there's some darkness in the world but you can't quite work it out, and you've got the news, you've got your parents, how they interpret the news, but it's still kind of like you have blinkers on, you can't quite work out what's going on in the world. That's what the film gets across without throwing stuff at you. So that's Elsa. Elsa's beautiful. It's one of the best films I've seen this year, and it's probably one of the best films I've seen overall. It's beautiful. I urge you to go watch it. I'll be going to watch the director's other films very soon. So I hope you enjoyed that. Tomorrow will be a list. So I hope you enjoy the list.